So, why should consumers consult this list?
So this is our initial list of award-winning vehicles for 2025. It includes our top safety pick winners. And we have 48 vehicles on that list. So if consumers are looking for a new vehicle, this is a good list to look at that provides really good safety for everyone in the vehicle if you happen to be involved in a crash. One of the things that we're emphasizing in this year's list is better protection for those in the rear seat of the vehicle. So you really want to pay attention to this list if you're looking for a family vehicle.
So, there aren't any minivans or small pickups on the list this year. So, why is that?
So this is the most disappointing, surprising and disappointing finding from the tests that we have run so far this year is that there are no minivans or small crew cab pickups on the list. And given that we're really trying to emphasize protection for those in the rear seat, those are the types of vehicles that are often purchased for hauling families. And so this is an area where we really need the auto manufacturers to step up and improve the safety for those rear seat passengers in those classes of vehicles.
So, why is there such an emphasis on making back seats safer this year?
So over the years, automakers have done a really good job of continuing to improve safety for those in the front seat of the vehicle. That's often where we see airbags, for instance. It's often where we see advanced seatbelt technology that occurs, things like pre-tensioners that'll pull you back into position right before a crash, or load limiters, which will let the belt spool out, prevent excessive forces on your chest. And so we've seen those things in the front seat, and as a result, we've seen the risk of injury shift from perhaps being in the front seat to now being in the back seat. So we see this as an opportunity to really get automakers to now focus on how do we make sure that those in the rear seat of the vehicle are as safe as those in the front seat.
And so, are children in child restraints still safest in the back seat?
They are, and it's a really good question. You know, we often get asked that, and so for anyone under the age of 13, we're still recommending that you be seated in the back seat of the vehicle. It is still the safest place to be. You know, making sure that you're buckled in properly, or that that car seat is installed properly. That's where we want anyone under the age of 13 riding.
So is there any weight limits or any other factors that can go into that?
No, not really. I think it's just one of those things that once you get above that age of 13, you start to reach a size of being a small adult. And so at that point, you know, whether you're in the front seat or the back seat, you're being protected. If you've got that seatbelt on, you're being protected well in either location.
So where can people find a full list of the award winners?
So our list is available on our website at IIHS.org. And so anyone interested in a new vehicle should go there, look for the list. You can also search for any specific vehicle that you may be interested in. You know, we encourage those looking for a list to think about what their needs are from a transportation standpoint. You know, whether they will be hauling people in the back seat, for example, and then finding a vehicle that meets their needs, and then look for vehicles that fit within their budget. There's a range of vehicles in this year's list. There are also other resources on our website that can help someone maybe even looking for a used vehicle. And our advice is always try to purchase as much safety as you can afford to protect your family.
So we're in Minnesota and it can get kind of really cold and really snowy. So do you have any other advice if you're looking for a car in this kind of climate?
Well, one of the things that is on the list, like there are an array of vehicles, including a number of vehicles that have all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive capabilities that you might need in you know, cold and harsh winter weather conditions. And so I think there will be a number of options there for folks in Minnesota who may need that additional capability in the vehicle.
And you mentioned that there were other resources on the website. So what kind of resources are those? Can you talk about those?
Yeah. If you're looking for a new or used vehicle, one of the resources that's actually on our website that is a really good starting point is a list of vehicles that we actually put together with teen drivers in mind. So it has what we recommend in terms of new vehicles or what we recommend in terms of used vehicles for teen drivers. And so it has, all of the safety features that we think are important for those drivers, but it also has what we will call more reasonable price points that you might want to consider. But I think that list is also a good starting point for anyone looking for a new or used vehicle. And so I would encourage anyone looking for that type of vehicle to go to our website, search for teen drivers, and you'll find that list of vehicles and use that, like I said, as a starting point to guide you in your vehicle search.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Thank
Have a
you.
good
Have a good
morning.
day.
You too.